Oh, we love a good debut around these parts, especially when they're highly anticipated. Welcome in MLB Network, Lawrence Shahadi, Carlos Pena, Melanie Newman here with you. One of the best today, a top prospect in the game, is on his way to the show. You were highly hyped coming into the major leagues. What was that like? How'd you deal with it?
Well, you know what? It's fun, right? You get all this hype around you, and you feel like, hey, I have all this support behind me. But the reality is, it's a lot of pressure to live up to. And at the end of the day, you just have to get out there and say, look, I deserve to be here. Now I'm going to put the blinders on, get back to work. Routine is extremely important, preparation, and go play the game you love. Forget about the hype. Go play baseball between the lines.
Well, I know you were probably really intent on, I want to make sure I stand up for this organization, the coaches, my teammates who have been watching me. But this is a big day for the fans and media as well, because you get that top prospect tag. People start to follow you the minute that you enter the professional sport. It doesn't matter what level of the minor leagues that you start your journey on. And so this is the hope. You're embodying the hope of the future of this team. It's a really big one, but it's a really fun one.
Gosh, no pressure. That's so cool. We're all fans, and we projected out that his ceiling is high. We can't wait to see the mark he makes on the sport.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on the show. It's the San Francisco Giants and the Milwaukee Brewers. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Here we go, Singy. The fans have been waiting for this Major League debut for a while, and it's finally here. There's a lot of hype around his talent, and now we get to see how that looks at the big league level.
Yeah, this is the kind of game it's going to be shared all over social media later tonight. Baseball fans all across the world are aware of this debut, and we're lucky enough to be at the stadium for it, so I'm excited to see what he's got firsthand. My advice to him would just be to soak it all in. Don't worry about the results. Don't worry about the expectations. Just really enjoy this experience because it only happens.
So 1 out, nobody on. Lee Jackson, the next Giant to hit, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. And that's in there for strike one. Hall, in his second season, 25 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Kicks and deals. And 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there is another strikeout.
It's his first strikeout at this level, but it...
Now batting, the third baseman, Lee.
Yeah, let's go, big fella.
Jackson.
Ground ball right side. Miller gets it to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Up next for the Giants, the third baseman,
Jackson measures 6 feet 4 inches, only 18 years old, and he was a third-round pick in 2023. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
In the air to left down the line. Yelich makes the play, and it's out number 3. 1 down. Lee Jackson, the next Giant to hit.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
1-1.
And he blows that one by him at 100.
Ooh, by ya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
The 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time.
Hey, let her rip, let her rip.
And the 2-2. Lifted in the air, right field. Under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away. Next to hit, Lee Jackson.
Hey, get your pitch and drive it right here.
And first offering is fouled off. And there's a ball.
Hey, grip it and rip it, kid. Let's go.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Hey, you can do it. No one better. Let's go.
Got him swinging.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming. After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. Never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Giants, 10 runs, 13 hits, 1 error.
Joey Weimer digs in now. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
Two on, 2 outs. Sends it to Flores. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. Brewers strand a couple. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. And digging in for San Francisco, Lee Jackson. Looking for his first big league hit right here. Junis, in his 7th season, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Junis back to work. On the ground to first. Finds its way through, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Lee Jackson with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boo. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Here's the catcher, Blake Sable. Singy, when the year's over, he'll have a new career high for RBIs in a season. On the ground to third, might be 2. To second, pulls him off the bag. First and second, no outs. Michael Conforto, the next Giant to hit. Jackson, the lead runner at second. Sable at first with no outs. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. His second homer this series. It's 3-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Lee Jackson.
The third baseman, Lee Jackson.
The pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. In there at the knees for a strike. Foul ball. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Stood absolutely no chance on that.
All right, one time.
Now batting.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, or maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Way out front for strike 2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. They limit the damage here. Back here at American Family Field. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Lee Jackson. Miley back to work. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
One strike.
And that one fouled off.
Hey, like you can up there, huh?
Next offering is downstairs.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the...
1 out, base is empty. And up next for San Francisco, Lee Jackson. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
Swing and a miss.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Got it by him for the call. So first and second with 1 man gone, and now it's William Contreras. Tying run at the plate. That's to third, and he can't come up with it. 1 at second, and that's a double play to end it.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
Lee Jackson will hit next.
Lee Jackson.
There's a strike. Ashby, 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. That one missed. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
That missed by a lot, and the count's even at 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Left-handed batter facing.
So 2 down, and now the shortstop, Tyler Black. This to third, Jackson. Fires across the diamond, and the inning is over. So they strand a pair. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. No score.
Now batting, the third baseman, Lee Jackson.
Smoked on the ground a second. Slings to first, and he's out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So 2 on with 2 away. Joey Weimer getting ready to hit. And now the 0-1. On the ground to third. Sends it to Flores, and that is the inning. Brewers strand a couple. They trail it here 4-2.
Third baseman, Lee Jackson.
That one almost got him.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Black They take the force out number 3. Bases loaded with 1 away. Lee Jackson, the next Giant to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab, 2 down.
No, it's a frustrating at bat right there. Big opportunity, and just well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden you start to look around up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team.